Ooh, I am exhausted. I hope you're having a fantastic day today. Dave K here today for a fun-filled day in Galway City. There were a few spots I was hoping to see in the Galway area, like the Aran Islands or the Cliffs of Moher, but today I feel like I need a nice relaxing day. Nothing too intensive in terms of getting around to different parts of town. So I'm gonna walk around this main Galway City area, the downtowny area. We'll be able to walk by a variety of different cathedrals and churches, it looks like. Walk down to the docks, do some sightseeing there. I've heard there's some great walks like the Salthill to see out here. Let's get to it. Now, I've got to start us off today with some food, and it is kind of a small area that I'm in right now. So I'm looking at going back to the Full Duck Cafe to get some breakfast. I'm also thinking that I will have to get some groceries at some point, make sure I stock up on those at-home food items. But for now, Full Duck Cafe might be a nice way to start the day. And along the route, I'm sure we'll discover other food venues and so much more. Let's do it. Round 2 at the Full Duck looks kind of busy today, so we'll see if we actually wait around for this one. Good news this time is I can try one of the many breakfast options, so we'll see what sounds good here. Take a look at this stack here. You've got the eggs and sausage and bacon in the sandwich. There are rashers, I guess it probably is, for €8.50. Not bad, you know. We'll give it a shot to dig in, let you know what we think, and I've got my water here as well to hydrate. So it was €8.50 for that brekkie stack. Interesting title for the sandwich, if you ask me. Didn't know what to expect really, but not bad, you know, nothing incredible, not amazing. And again, they don't really refill the waters and stuff. But Renmore Park here, across the way from the Full Duck Cafe. Beautiful way to start a nice relaxing sightseeing adventure in Galway City. I'm gonna head down in this direction. There's a beachfront down this way, as well as a railroad park walk. Takes you across the waterfront there. Lots to see in this direction. Let's get rolling. Now you'll notice as we've gone throughout this adventure, not intentionally, but the cities have gotten smaller and smaller. I'm in Galway, it's walking distance down to those main train stations and such. And you can see I'm just in this very quiet suburban neighborhood with these parks and these beaches, waterfronts. Really, really cool to see. Nice to have these beautiful sightseeing cities, which are also, I think, some of the larger ones considering Ireland. I know Dublin is #1 and Cork is #2, I think, for population, but I'm not sure where Galway stands exactly, but it's not a tiny town by any means, comparatively to the rest of Ireland. It's one of the bigger ones, so really, really nice to be able to just walk along, enjoy the birds chirping, these relaxing homes as we make our way. I've got a very full agenda. There's like 12 different places that I wanted to check out along the way. Some we'll just kind of walk by, see what they look like from the outside, like some of these churches or cathedrals perhaps, and then some beach fronts to walk along, some parks and some trails. Let's see how much we can get done here today. And it's also a beautiful day for it. The sun is shining, there is no rain, and I'm not even wearing gloves right now, and I'm comfortable. Can you believe that? Comfortable and glove-free. Crazy. At some point I might feel like putting them on, but yeah, it's quite nice considering Irish weather so far, what we've got here today. Out here in Ireland, it does seem there's a lot more relaxation, a lot less formality on things. For example, parking. Would you look at that? Plenty of cars I've seen like this, just parked right up on there, on the sidewalks, just like that. You wonder, is it a sidewalk? Is it a parking area? But quite a lot. You'll see this sort of dynamic going on, at least something like it. And many beautiful homes have driveways, but there have also been some where I've been unclear on it. For example, walking back by the Charles Fort, the Silly Walk. Again, there were some parked in like that backyard type area. You know, it just depends how the house is set up, I guess, or the neighborhood in general. Now, I'm coming up to the St. Patrick's Garrison Fort, and there's this sign that says, "You are now entering military property." I'm not really sure this is a walkway down this way as well. It says a sign with parking restrictions. I figured this was one we could walk by and just see it as we're making our way down to this beachfront, but maybe we'll just see it from this side of the wall because, yeah, I'm not quite sure regarding the openness of it, you know, if they're doing some sort of services or anything. You know, is it open to the public? So perhaps just walking along the side, I'll look at it through the wall, behind the wall. You can join me in some looking, and then we'll make our way to the next destination. There it is from the outside. It seemed like we were heading the wrong way, and I'm trying to figure out how to get down here to the next beach. It's called Dead Man's Beach, but it looks like they want me to walk all the way around as opposed to walking down this way, and so I'm not sure why. And I know this is like the train walk, like right here, the line railway sidewalk that I'm hoping to see, but I'm not quite sure how we'll get there or how accessible it is. So I guess we'll find out in a bit. This left turn route here looks promising. I'm not quite sure where it's taking us. You can see there's signage there, not quite in English, but that's okay. Looks like a school, and we're making our way down this left. Quite a ways to go down this way to get to the beachfront, so we'll see how this goes. It's a beautiful, relaxing waterfront, lakefront view here on our right and somewhat behind us, and in front of us is that train route. Saw one go by just a moment ago. I'm getting the feeling we might end up walking beneath the train station if we keep going this way, so we'll see how that shakes out for us here momentarily. But you have this facility, oh, looks like the Galway City Council here on our left. The Ire on sale, perhaps? Got it. Very nice building, though, as we make our way onwards towards the waterfront. As I'm passing by this area, you've got a gate. Seems like perhaps blocking the walk-throughs, so I don't know if that's private property or some other sort of venue. I thought it was a diversions for us. I thought we could maybe go that way, but not with those stone walls in place. We'll just keep walking along the sidewalk. The train would now pass directly overhead as we step under this bridge, and we make our way onwards towards that viewing beach area. Just keep our eyes open from here while we're walking beneath this thing. Yeah. You know, this is unfortunate. It's starting to seem as if Google Maps was correct and that I have a dead end here. This is maybe as far as the line takes us, but you can see out there into the ocean ahead. Unfortunately, it does look like a stop over there on our left, the end of a neighborhood, so not sure how we can get down to that beachfront, and perhaps that does complicate getting to the railway sidewalk. I'm not sure how to get there either. We'll figure it out, but turning back here, looking at one last beautiful view of the ocean, and then we'll find our way. You know, now I'm thinking maybe we can actually walk up onto this train station, since it's called the railway train walk. Maybe I could just walk along the railway to get to where I'm going, you know, to get across the pond here. That would be cool, so maybe we'll give it a shot. And all of a sudden, my map shows me I can get across this direction, and it almost looks like it's through here. I'm going to read this sign because I get the feeling I shouldn't go in this way. Yes, it says no unauthorized entry over here, so I don't think we're going that way, but oh, nice to take in the sights at least, and we'll find our way around. It seems to get to the other side of the river, I'm being advised to walk in this direction. So here we are, heading past this walkway here. See if there's a nice little sidewalk here to walk alongside the waterfront, which I think we'll get the chance to do here in order to get to the other side of the loo. Is that what they call it? It looks like a loo. L-O-U-G-H. Now, this particular path does take us. There's a lot of marshlands, grass, you know, large, wheaty pillars out there, but the water in the distance. You can see the city on the other side, so it does take us around the loo, or whatever you would call this out here. With the nice neighborhoods on our right, the waterfront, off in the distance a bit on our left. One more beautiful view on my relaxing walk here before I turn inland. We're coming closer and closer to the waterfront, so you can see it's interesting. Some parts the water runs up like the stone versus you've got the grassy areas and the Japanese knotweed I read a sign for. But we're going to be turning around this play park here, or going up and around the playground, I believe, to make our way upwards to the other side of the pond. That's what the maps tells me to do, so I shall continue this relaxing walk and see you at the next visually appealing view. Yes. Check out this really cool turf on this house. You've got a nice looking house too, but interesting to see that much darker green color. Looks like I'm gonna go golfing. And then 2 doors down, you've got just straight cement. So I do think that there's a lot more flexibility here. I'm not sure they've got the same like HOA type arrangement as we do, but really, really nice to see how they design all the neighborhoods here. Now I'm gonna make a left on that main street there, and we'll be walking towards that inner city. Now on this main street here, you can see a few more cars passing by us. A Lundus over there, looks like a grocery store. Looks like a decent size too. Maybe I should check that out at some point. We've got the cars, Kia for example, and the bus stop, but Otherwise, look at this, beautiful flowers around us, relaxing views all around. It smells really, really good by these tulips here, and there's even a walking trail through them. Would you look at this, walking on this gravel. I wouldn't call it the flattest that there is, but pretty decent, and it smells really, really nice. Kind of walk through it, stand around them. Beautiful spot as we make our way. Further down this street a bit, it does seem the cars just keep coming here, but you've got your Shake Dog, you've got your Eye Cinema up there. Look at that. It looks like a movie theater. And really, really cool with the glass walls all around the outside there, which gives you a nice view of the pond here, the Loo, on our left. You can see, definitely seems like one of the more central destinations here in this part of Galway. I'm not sure if much of Galway is much busier than this, but yeah, a little shopping center going on, and then there's this pathway on my left. Now, I believe this little wall is to make sure cars don't drive down this way, but I'm pretty sure I can walk over here and get to enjoy the beautiful sights along the lake. Like, look at this ship docks right here. I gotta figure out. It's the maybe Catriona barge / little ship. That's very cool. Take a look at that. You know, walking by, looking at it, it looks like it might actually be lodging. That's very interesting. Somewhere that people might stay, or maybe that's just someone's personal vessel. I couldn't quite tell you, but very cool to see out there on our left, and more of that movie theater, the Eye, on our right. Oh, you have Eye Coffee as well, ground floor. And there is that vessel. You can walk right down to it, although I envision it's probably just for whoever's staying or otherwise. Maybe I can get some pictures. Now, the maps does say I should travel along that road, a bit more inland, but this is one of the sites that I wanted to see. Walk along the water, the Loo Italia, maybe, is the name of the walkway here? I'm not quite sure. Is the name of the water. So we'll walk along this route, and we'll see if it gets us to our destinations, or maybe we have to move through some passageways later. But that's a nice building, actually, right there. Look at that big old G. Probably a big old shopping center over there that we're moving away from. But we get to stay by the water on our left. I do prefer this walk, if you ask me, and I found directions that will allow me to go this way. Might take a moment or two longer, but nothing crazy, and I get to enjoy the views, not to mention the peace, the quiet, being away from that main street and main road. As much as it's nice to have things to do, to also have the quieter walk option around this large lakefront. As we make our way inland here, another decision point. Do we want to stay along this closer roadside by the water, or go on that further road? I feel like we've probably lost most of our lake view, so why not go on the shorter road, the further one? This particular road, a bit less exciting. I do think I'm looking at a sports park across from me there on my right. I thought I passed some bus stations further back, including maybe the Greyhound bus station, but otherwise, these homes on my left, and this is the last stretch of walkway to make it to my first of many destinations, all kind of centralized on that South Pier area. I want to see if the Aran Island Ferry's office is open today, to just ask them what's going on, but there's a bunch of museums and such out there as well, so if they're closed, we'll just move on. That's fun though. You've got your rugby football club practice up there, Connaught Rugby. In this part of the world they have football, which is our soccer, and they have rugby football, which is a bit different from our football. Seems a bit more involved, aggressive, if you will. Here's the Greyhound Galway Stadium, Galway Greyhound Stadium. So maybe that's the Greyhound logo that I saw. And on this street, quite a few B&Bs. Look at that. You've got your B&Bs, all rooms en suite, you have vacancies. I'm wondering how these were booked, right? You just walk in the front door. I haven't done the B&B thing. Thus far, I've only done Airbnb. So interesting to see these B&Bs, and who knows, at some point maybe I'll figure out how those work, and then I'll stay in an accommodation like that. Hello, Monsieur Cat, just chilling out here. All right, have a great time. But yes, a B&B at some point might be nice to try. Again, just not sure how to look them up or where you can find them. Maybe on the sites, like some of the hotel websites I've been looking at. I think some of them do have guest houses, which might be the same thing, but I'm not sure if they're all listed on sites like that. But live and learn, right? And here's another one we're walking by. It does look a bit more like a hotel or something, but I'm not so sure about you. But in the States, I don't just walk up to a house, walk right in the front door and say, hey, oh, do you have space available? What are your rates? You know, what do you offer in your services? Perhaps not as easy to just walk up to a front door here, or not as safe. I couldn't tell you, but perhaps that is how it's done, and we're closing in on our destination here shortly. So many buses passing by me right here. This sign right here says City Hall is on my right. I wonder if that is City Hall right there. I never would have guessed just looking at it. It looks like a standard office building. It definitely looks like we're entering much more of a downtown type area. And there is the Ire Island Ferry's office. We'll see if they're open. I had a few questions on the ferries. Not sure if I'm going to go for it because, you know, I'm trying to give myself some relaxing time too, and I have other things I want to see as well, but we shall see. And then we'll check out some of these museums and such. And here we are again, much more of a city center. Let's check inside. So I was looking online, potentially at booking one of the ferries. I have a few questions. I was wondering, because I know it's off season, are all of the, like, the restaurants and the, like, bike rentals and such open on the islands? Some very helpful information in that Ire Islands office. She gave me some good information on the islands as well as just tourist information in general. So now making our way down this stretch, I'm told that there's actually a real tourist office down by like the Spanish Arch area, which is where I'm trying to go. So it's perfect. Be 2 in 1. Make my way down that way, and hopefully we'll learn a thing or two about Galway. And here we are making our way towards Ire Square, Ire Square, I'm not sure. You can see again a lot busier area, but you do have these buildings here that look a lot more like ancient architecture, like castles and such, which is cool to see. We're gonna go diagonal through here, I'm told, and that should get us pretty close. Not to mention we'll have a nice little park stroll going on. Look at this nice little relaxing park area in the middle of this busier downtown area. Almost reminds me of like a park in the San Francisco Bay Area, right, where you've got all this activity around you and a nice quiet park in the middle. I like it as we're making our way through. I believe this may be more of your shop square here. All kinds of shops around us. You can see again a lot busier, but it seems like shopping. Cool, dynamic to see around us. And maybe I'll drop in a shop here like Carol's. So I did pick up a couple of items for myself from Carol's. Got myself a new belt and the like. You can see a belt and an umbrella going on in there. And again, it's not all that expensive of a place, so I figured why not grab some items. You got the shops around us. It was €10 for that belt, and it's a genuine leather belt, so I figured I need a replacement for this one eventually. I've been wearing it for years. Nice to have. Let's keep making our way. Continuing down the shop street, so many shops. Maybe this was part of the point for me to do the shopping while I was here. And take a look at this one right here. Lynch's Castle is now an AIB bank. Really, really cool how they've just taken a castle and repurposed it for this purpose. Yeah, it seems pretty small in there, but you know, it's a castle and it's totally repurposed as a bank because they have that here. It's nice. Yeah, pretty cool indeed. I was told to stick left at the divergence here to get to where I'm going. You've got the live music on the street, seems like. Lots of different people playing on the street. It's not like the same vibe as like other street music. You know, it doesn't feel quite as low income, perhaps, which is nice. You know, it's got a more safe feel, I think. You got barbershops and all kinds of other shops. Woolen Market. Galway's got their own woolen market up here. Nice. Lots of tiny little shops as well. You got your little coffee shops, little ice cream shops, all kinds of shops crammed into a very small space here. Overall, very cool shop street here. Again, a little bit tighter, maybe a little bit more crowded than the main streets, but not a bad vibe. You know, it's not like an alley type vibe. Nice, safe, fun shopping kind of vibe, which I like. And just like that, we are here, the museum. And oh, look, a little staircase. I thought it was a dead end, because I actually just saw the people before me turn around. So it seems like I'm not the only one lost when it comes to directions. It's a little tight, it's a little tricky, but here it is. Galway City Museum. And right around here we have the Spanish Arch and the Visitor Center as well. So I'm gonna go figure out where those are at in a moment. Here we go, the museum, and you've got the center right here, information center. It says museum entrance that way, but little do they know I want information. Yes. Now taking a look around the museum connected to the visitor center, you have the Galway Museum. Really, really cool to see all of the different architecture in here. You've got different signage letting us know about, for example, historic Irish writers, all the way through really interesting artifacts. You can see much larger objects that signify some of that history as well, artwork and more. For example, really, really cool exhibit here to archive, 15-minute film to archive the visual feel of the Aran Islands. Making our way upstairs now, you got this little boat in this upstairs lobby space. Really, really cool to see this one hanging from up here. That's massive. Massive ship throughout the lobby, which we'll see for many floors above, I'm quite sure. And it sounds like there's more movies being played upstairs, more multimedia, as we work our way up this very decorative staircase.
He dragged his way back to his accommodation.
Now moving through to the end of the second level, seems like heading up to the third level. I think that's the final level upstairs. One more beautiful view of this boat from the upstairs lobby. And really, really cool. Galway City Museum all around us here. So much history in Ireland here, and you can see some beautiful artifacts, some beautiful multimedia and otherwise, telling us the stories of this country and of this city. Making our way up that final staircase now. Really, really cool exhibit. I think my favorite part so far was that Aran Islands 15-minute video. I think I might even go back down there and grab another seat and watch a bit more, because I saw a good chunk of it, but I didn't see quite the whole thing, because of lots of people coming in and out. Wanted to make sure there was seating for everyone, but it's a nice one to just sit back, relax, and enjoy oneself. And a beautiful view from this upper level as well. You can see this architecture showing the land and the sea in this last little exhibit here, but also a genuine view right outside the window here of that waterway I envision leads us into the ocean. Gotta love the views from up here too. Didn't even expect to see them. Was just expecting to see museum and read through the history, but wow, it's a nice spot all the way around us here. It seems like maybe even guided tours going on outside, but very, very cool spot. I'm not sure if this is another exhibit. It doesn't say proceed this way, but might give it a shot. And I think this might be our final exhibit here, this maritime section. Always appreciate some information about the water, and it seems like this one has some interactivity as well. We saw on the other side lots of information to be learned around here, but you'll also notice there were some artifacts that looks like they've been created by part of the community. If you look out here, look at those beautiful drawings of these sculptures out here. Very nice to see. Wow, really, really cool information in here as I'm taking a moment to sit back and read it as I have some water. Look at this deep water ecosystem. You've got Mount Everest, 8,800 meters. The deepest point in the world's ocean, 10,000 meters. And the pressure of that, like 48 jumbo jets. That is incredible. All kinds of really cool information, learning about different types of fish and so much more. For example, look at these different types of caudal fins here on a fish. That's cool. A quick tour here of this underwater section, but it sounds like they're getting ready to close for lunch. So nice to see this section, and I think I've actually made it to the end of the museum here. So really, really cool to get a chance to walk through this one quick. I love this underwater section. Let's make our way onward. Oh, a very cool time making our way downstairs now. April Sun, thanks for having us. Maybe I'll come back just to do this one floor because that was a pretty cool one for sure. And perhaps this is the Spanish Arch right here. I'm not 100% sure, but the maps points me right this way. So I think I'm gonna walk beneath it. Maybe these are little history facts about it right here. Okay, these are plant facts, but yeah, I think that's still the arch. Here we are walking beneath the arch here. Cool one, and it sounds like, it looked like that was like a free tour going on. It seems like they're wrapping up that tour, so maybe I'll ask where that happens and what's on it. But indeed, that was it, the Spanish Arch. We just walked under it, chatted under it, hung out beneath it. Here's the information about it. That's nice to see, I didn't even realize. Walking under an icon right there. Take a look here at Nemo's. You know, I wasn't even looking at Nemo's, but I just stopped on the tour thing, and I asked her where the best food was. I also found out they do free tours, tribes, free walking tours, so maybe I'll look that up for another day. But let's see if we can figure out their menu here. She recommended this spot. She recommended the fish and chips spot. I think I might actually be too late for brunch. Monday through Friday is the brunch. Okay, so we'll have to come back for that if we want to do it. But for now, I guess we'll do the fish and chip spot. And she gave me some great recommendations in terms of the food as well. So cool, I'm going to look into that. See if the free walking tours make sense. I don't understand the system or anything like that, but nice that they have them. And as we make our way onwards, thanks museum, thanks Spanish Arch. There's a few others I wanted to check out in this area, but I'm getting hungry, so let's do food first. So McDonalds, we're told, has some great fish and chips. Let's make our way inside and check it out. You got a bunch of options. That's really cool. Check out this door. Nice. Take a look around. You'll see beautiful design shop here. It's a quick and easy menu, pretty low priced as well. And I love the decor. Well, let's give it a shot. Let's try whiting. Why not?
For here?
For here, yes. Too many fish options here. It was hard to choose, but I'm going for the whiting fish and the large chips. It's about $10.50. I was told it's going to be a lot of chips, and we'll see how much we can get through. They also have a side of garlic. I'm not sure what that is. I almost did it because it looks like a little bowl. Maybe it's like a garlic aioli. But we'll just try it as is and see if we like it. All right, here we have it. You've got your, what was this again? Whiting. What, whiting? It's whiting, I believe. Yes. It's about $7 for a piece of fish here. And then chips. Would have been $3.50 for a regular. This is a large for €4 here. Total a little over 10. Looks pretty good. Looks like a good quantity. I'll let you know what you think. It's funny how they just do like one big piece of fish here, though. Now down this almost like alleyway, making our way to the hall of the Red Earl. Really interesting venue to get here on a walkway. Definitely an alleyway type feel, but does the job. As for the fish and chips, I gotta say the fish was very good. Really enjoyed having options with the different types of fish and flavors. The chips were only okay if you ask me, but I would definitely go back and try another one of those fish next time. Now stepping inside to the hall of the Red Earl. I'm pretty sure this is the right spot. Yeah. I saw the sign on that side, Hall of Red Earl, that's right. Oh, here we are. It kicks right off as soon as you step into us. Wow, look at this. It seems like maybe you stand on the outsides, the perimeter of that alley, and read some of the information about the Hall of the Red Earl here, but I might be able to learn some stuff from the inside as well. The old buildings of the illustrious Lord Richard de Burgo, the Red Earl. And look at that visitor's book here as well. You can sign on in. Very, very nice to see. Maybe I'll fill that one out here too, but look at this. Seems like a little, actually a walkway, a passageway down into, oh yes, indeed. I can walk right down this way into the Hall of the Red Earl space. Here, you can see a lot of artifacts. Really didn't expect to see this one. This little thing sitting in the middle of a Galway here, and it seems like there's actually a building next door. I'm not sure if that's like their gift shop or something like that. But it seems like it's perhaps a information center. I don't know, something through that wall. But yeah, nice to be able to just waltz on in here and take a look around the hall. Step down into this space, maybe get some lovely pictures, and take a moment here to soak it all in as well as digest our fish and chips. The full Ireland experience, yes. Such an interesting place with the sort of open air and enclosed dynamic switching off on you. You got the information about the excavation around us. Again, the building next door. Not even 100% sure. Maybe they just give you some information on the Hall of the Red Earl, but it's a cool one, a little quick one to walk through in Galway here as we're making our way to see the city sights, doing our own free walking tour, figuring it out as we go. But really cool to see the artifacts and such as well. And there we are. Put our little autograph right in here. That's right. Orlando. We can maybe draw a little sunshine there as well. Sunshine. And my vision is pretty good. I can read the oldest building yet excavated in Galway. The earliest parts of it date from the 13th century. Wow, very, very cool. You know it's been around a while. Making our way forwards now to the waterfront. Let's check it out. And look at the water just rushing there beneath us. The River Corrib, I believe it said. We're about to walk over that as we make our way downward. And there it is, just beneath us on either side. Beautiful perspective of the river as we walk across this bridge. Salthill, also somewhere we're trying to go. We can walk through these little dock space here on my left. I'm tempted, but the directions say to go this way. Maybe I can walk through. So let me make this left and see. Yes, this way I'm surrounded by water. Love that beautiful view on all sides. You have this pier, kind of dock area on our right. We have this river, kind of ocean on our left. And the walkway ahead, love it. See, if you ask me, right here in Galway, the beautiful homes in the distance, the water all around us, you have your own little Kinsale if you love that small village feel. But at the same time, you're in this town with plenty of things to do. This is a nice spot. Glad I'm checking this one out and I can see why people appreciate the beauty of Galway. Maybe I'll catch some pictures from this pier area as well before continuing onward. You've got the pinnacle here. It's a beautiful spot indeed. The water all around us. Lovely architecture. Oh, yeah, really, really nice sightseeing here. Relaxing vibes in Galway. Look at this incredible view out here. I get the, what is it, like the Portofino vibe going on with the beautiful water flowing around us. The ships sitting at the harbor. And I'm thinking of, when I say this, I'm thinking about the Portofino at Universal, but I'd love to see the real Portofino as well, and I imagine it probably looks similar with all the boats hanging out in the water. Beautiful pier indeed. I think I chose the right route to walk on that one, most definitely. Now walking down this little street by the water to make our way to the next destination. And in case you're wondering where I'm going, there's a fort at the very end of the waterfront. That would be cool to see. I think maybe it's just over there. In this part of the pier, look at this, what looks like almost a wrecked pirate ship over there, beached old medieval boats. Might have more information on those as we get closer, but really cool to see all the different sites out here moving in towards the fort, I believe, at the end of the pier. And a warning, this area is liable for flooding at high tide. I wonder if that's what happened with these ships over here on our left. Or maybe the opposite, right? A low tide. Really, really nice view here. As we're passing right by those ancient ships, yes, definitely seems like these ones have been sitting here for quite a while. This whole area is called South Park. You can see it's a park with kids playing and such. And we're heading to the Rintinane Fort, it seems like. Maybe a small one at the end of this pier. I think maybe it's just that citadel, circular type structure, because I can't really see too much fort-wise. Not like the Charles Fort or the Elizabeth Fort. That being said, a beautiful and relaxing place to sit back, maybe enjoy the views, enjoy some water, kick back for a second, just take it all in on my beautiful day here. It's hard to fully capture with the camera, like off in the distance, where the water's flowing more aggressively under the bridge, to the relaxing vibes all around us here. It's just so quiet and peaceful. Really, really beautiful and relaxing place here in Galway. It seems like on my right is my divergent path, and straight ahead will be my Rintinane Fort, I think. Trying to figure out how to say this one. Seems like a small little structure, and we'll come back this way, make that turn to see a few more sites down that direction. I've got to make my way to the Salthill Promenade. I was told that's one to see So we're gonna walk all the way down there. Maybe we'll take the bus back because it's a long trek. You know, I'm standing out here looking around and I'm not seeing much of a fort. I am seeing this wall right here which people are sitting on. We've got for a nice viewpoint. I'll make my way to the end of this walk, but I'm not sure if there's much of a fort left here. Maybe this wall is what remains of the Rentanane fort, but it is a beautiful viewpoint. We're looking to sit back and take in some very nice relaxing views here. End of the line here looks like it's got a beautiful view of this beach on our right, the lake area, you know, river feeding into the ocean, I believe, on our left, and you know, it's got Dave walking along this trek up here, but no fort. There's no real evidence of a fort. I'm gonna walk down there. I was trying to peek over this ledge, that's why I came up here, see if it was on that side, but yeah, I mean, maybe this wall has something to do with an old fort. But besides that, simply a viewpoint into the water. It is a beautiful place. I could definitely see relaxing, spending some time out here. If you're local, or if you've got some time to spare, you're looking for a beautiful place to sit back, relax, and just be at peace, I could recommend this one for sure. Now moving onwards to another park and the Salthill Promenade. Now, the alternate path, making our way through this section, and I wonder why these gates are here. Maybe it's for like ATVs, they don't want anything else but feet going through. But anyways, making our way down this way to walk this beautiful park front to our next spot. I'm seeing off in the distance, and I read on my guide map, there are actually hop-on, hop-off bus tours here too, in places like Galway. It's something to keep in mind maybe for the future. I'm glad we did it in Dublin, but I don't know. Is it something I should do in every city? In the meantime, park front on either side is a beautiful perspective to just take in for a relaxing stroll. This is a cool little sort of beachfront on my left where people are looking through the rocks, maybe looking for seashells or something. And you'll also notice I took off my neck scarf and it's only March. For a reason. Just kidding. It's actually surprisingly nice here today, and the weather's just been getting nicer and nicer. I feel really fortunate. It was supposed to rain a good bit, and the rain's just been staying back, allowing me to enjoy these sunshiny days. So, starting to get comfortable with the, what is it, below or the sub 15 degrees Celsius without the neck scarf. Very interesting. Adjusting to the climate here indeed. I'm sure walking way over there by the city would probably be faster, especially if I wasn't coming to like the fort down here, but I really enjoy the quiet, relaxing strolls, so I would definitely come this route again. And they say a lot of the Game of Thrones comes from out here. Definitely get that vibe from the beachfront here. What a beautiful place. Can't get over it. I feel like this is why people say you've got to check out the quieter towns in Ireland. Beautiful, unbelievable, relaxing vibe. And sometimes you need that in your vacation, you know, even if you're trying to see it all and do it all, get it all done. There's only so much of that I feel like I can do. So really glad I'm taking a break and seeing this beautiful city. And definitely, you know, if I were thinking about being out here, this is a town I could see myself in for sure. Just so quiet and relaxing. You've got the beachfront and the weather is nice lately. You know, I'd noticed there was a bike lane and a walk lane, but I hadn't noticed that they were made of different things. It's like gravel versus concrete, maybe? Very interesting. I wonder why. Back on our beach stroll observing, you can see sections with a lot more rock piled up, and sections in the middle which seem a lot more open. The water getting more and more closer to us, I guess, as we move further down this way. And I believe that's Mutton Island in front of us. Would you look at that? We're going to see on our left Mutton Island, which I think you could probably just walk down to. I don't know if I should here today, just to be out on the island front, but it makes for a nice view from here as well, just to see. You know, it's a nice little beachfront walking path and a little island attached to Ireland. So I don't think you'd call it its own standalone island, but it does have that one little walkway just to get back and forth. Here along this walking track looks like a little ledge that you can sit back on, or maybe go over there and stand on for a nice view, do some reading to relax even further. Yes, nice little trek. I feel like I have to at least step out this way at least a bit, right? So, oh, indeed, a very nice perspective from here. Puts me on top of the mountain as I reflect on this beautiful journey and this relaxing part of the country. And we're closing in on it as well, I believe. On our left, the trek to Mutton Island. Don't think we need to make that one happen today, but perhaps something to continue to think about for another day. I do have those few shorter days, those short mornings, and maybe this is a trek I could do during that time. I feel like I have to come back for Nemo's brunch anyways on a weekday, right? So maybe this would be a nice trail to do then too. But for now, just walking by it, looking down at the beautiful Mutton Island. You can see the sidewalk we were walking on looks like it curls around maybe and gives you the decision point where you decide if you continue along it or if you diverge this way. Although it seems like the footpath on that side to Mutton Island is pretty small, so it's a little narrow walkway there. Oh, actually, I'm not quite sure if you can drive it as well. It seems like you may be able to drive it. So it says pedestrian access, no causeway. I'm not sure if that means pedestrians are walking in the road here or what the situation is like. Yes, it would seem people are just walking on foot through the road there, which is pretty cool. You got the beachfront down there too, but for now, we're skipping it and making our way onwards. Out on our left, the dirt, the sand, the rocks. You can see a pup walking around out there with his owner doing some digging. And we're walking back towards a main street, towards our next destination, although it's coastline along the main street, which is pretty cool. So we're heading to the Celia Griffin Memorial Park, which I believe is right ahead of us. But on our left, I believe it's a famine ship memorial. You have a few stones out here, a few walking paths. It might be nice to stroll through as we continue our way downwards, almost to the Salthill Prom. So it looks like this is the famine ship memorial right in the middle of this park area here. Gotta walk up there and maybe walk around to catch the views as I continue onward. You know, now I realize I'm probably in the Celia Griffin Memorial Park looking at the famine ship memorial here. You can see this information dedicated to the refugees who fled the Great Famine throughout the port of Galway. And you have these two monuments on the sides, looks like, with the names. The lighthouse you can see in the distance is Mutton Light. It is the last light of their homeland. Wow. And you have this incredible waterfront view here, just on all sides. We have this amazing 360-degree view, just walking all the way around here. Wow. And you can see the lighthouse off in the distance there on Mutton Island, and the beautiful views of Ireland. If you were making your way, sailing away, this is what you'd see here. Oh, a beautiful viewpoint indeed, and really, really interesting stories. Nice that they have those memorials set up to dedicate to those people. One more stop here. I gotta catch that Salthill Promenade. Let's see what that's all about. It seems like I got another 24 minutes to walk here, so a good hike to make it to our next destination. But the beautiful views to accompany us. You know, I could catch a bus. It would be a 14-minute trek instead of 24, but then I wouldn't get to enjoy the coastline sights. And since it's all about relaxing and enjoying the vibe, I'm gonna walk it out, enjoy these vibes, and enjoy the sights. But on the way going back, I might end up catching a bus. That's probably the best way to go. Because my feet will be feeling it, for sure. I'm on this interesting sidewalk, road, walking trail, looking at the water, and all kinds of cool buildings and construction that way. But also across from us here, look at that massive, like, mansion thing. Maybe that's like apartments and all these other homes on the beachfront here. It's a beautiful view to take in from any angle. And here we've got some signs that tell us Salthill and the Prom to the left, city center, and Ire Square, or Ire Square that way. So we're going left. Interesting to see these little information booths as you go here too. Just learn about the oceans, the waves, it sounds like. That's cool. Some sea science while you see it all. It seems like there's quite a few spots to stop along and enjoy the view, see a few sights, whether it's some park benches or this anchor in the middle of this little rocky space as we go, and take in a nice perspective, a whole different perspective on this ocean front here. Yeah, nice that they have all these stops along the way, because it's been quite a walk indeed. And I think we are here, if not at least partway here. You've got a lot more activity going on down here. It looks like a park, Ferris wheel going on over there. And you have this little walkway, but this sign here says Salthill Promenade. So maybe it's this whole walkway is down here, but it's nice to take in this view here too. Ooh, I am exhausted out here, but it's a beautiful view all the way around us. Really, really glad I made the trek around here. Got people enjoying the beachfront down there. Got this beautiful view all the way downwards here. Oh my gosh, worthwhile, but absolutely exhausting. So maybe we'll stroll around this area for a bit more, and then maybe we'll grab some food, or maybe I'll just go back to planning my next step of my adventure. Absolutely beautiful views all around us here, but I am so exhausted. I still have another like 20 minutes or so to walk here, because I gotta walk to that end in order to see the views, and I gotta walk back over here to catch the bus. But beautiful place to check out indeed. I could see why this is the part of town everyone says, oh, check out the Salthill Promenade. It's like a beachfront, and you got a park, playground in the background, all kinds of cool stuff. And definitely a popular area too. And here we are closing in on that theme park type area I was describing earlier. I might have said playground. Fun park is what they're calling it. And that's cool, so you can do all kinds of stuff. There's like a water park over there, I think Leisure Land. It's like a swimming pool, water park dynamic. And more of that beachfront on our left side. It's a fun one indeed. And then there is this section of the Salthill Prom here. It turns more into like a hotel type area. You've got these beautiful castle type structures out there, or a fort, I don't know, just walls from old forts maybe, or just rocks built up, who knows. Really, really nice to see. Cool spot. I'm glad we took the time to walk down to this one, even though I'm exhausted. And walking through the sand a bit to get to this little fort pillar area to get some beautiful views. Really, really nice spot. Just wanted to take a closer look around us, and I think it's worthwhile, you know. Managed to keep all the sand out of my shoes, hopefully, and got some nice views for sure. Beautiful sightseeing bus ride, and now I am stepping off the bus, making my way around the shopping center here, where the Shake Dog is. They've got a little here as well, so I thought it might be nice to grab maybe a couple of grocery items, you know, maybe like milk or a couple of breakfast time snacks, mealtime snacks in general. And then I realized the Shake Dog was here too, so it might be cool to drop in the Shake Dog for like a dinner, because I do need food. I probably should eat food. I mean, I have leftover fries, but I should probably eat more than that. Let's see what we can find. The menu here looks pretty tasty. Oh, look at this Shake Dog deal. You got meats and bun section, fries and side section, plus any shake for €13.5. I'm tempted because I was thinking about a shake too, so I might end up doing this. I feel like I'll try a Smartie shake. Maybe a Smartie's not so good. What do you like? And here is the shake. Take a look at that, right out of the steel mixer thingy here. Kit Kat shake. We got some good recommendations from my server here. I could use some water as well, so hopefully they'll bring me some, but I guess sugary beverage we'll have to do in the meantime. Let's do it. The shake is not bad. I'd say it's pretty milky. You know, it's just like milk with some chocolate in it. I guess it's a milkshake, so I did want to give one a shot, but I guess I'm excited for that burger. And it was the meal deal that got me for the whole combo. Otherwise, I was just going to do burger and shake, but extra €2. Why not? Let's give it a shot. And take a look at the chicken and cheese fries there. I think that's what we did. It was like the, it looks like it's cheese and the garlic, and I think there's chicken in there. I think that's the one we went for. And then you got that sandwich, was the chicken something with the onion ring and stuff. Look at that onion ring in there. It looks really, really good. Not bad garlic cheesy fries. I guess I thought I did the chicken and garlic one, but these are good too. This is the best part here, is the burger. I feel like, though, I thought it was a chicken burger, and it seems like it's meat. I'm not quite sure. Maybe they made a patty out of chicken, but nice with the bacon in there and the onion, the fried onion in there, really nice. Barbecue sauce. I come back for the burger. Maybe the fries. Shake, not my favorite. So overall, I'd say from the shake dog, it was okay. You know, I wasn't like, it wasn't blown away by it. You know, I don't think I'd prioritize going back by any means. If I was there and I really was really hungry, I'm like, okay, maybe I'll try a different burger. Wouldn't bother to go for those other two parts, but gotta give them some huge credit. I almost forgot my backpack in there, and the woman caught me outside. She's like, hey, I forgot your bag. So really, really glad that all worked out. Now making my way back, I did stop on Lidl on the way to get some groceries for the week ahead. About €10, and I have so many different items. Maybe you can see in there, I've got some yogurt, drinkable yogurts, I got bagels, I've got gyro flavored potato chips, all kinds of other random cool stuff I'm excited to try in the week ahead and share with you. But first, I'm even more excited to share the thrilling adventure that tomorrow will hold a fun-filled full day of sightseeing and one of the top icons I want to see here in Galway, Ireland. Looking forward to sharing that with you. Thanks so much for helping me make it an amazing day full of beautiful views and relaxing vibes and fantastic experiences. Don't forget to make your day an incredible day as well. Focus on the positive vibes. Look for the silver lining in everything you do. Remember that life is a gift. So to enjoy it, to make the most of it, to hit that subscribe button, and of course ring the bell to stay informed of all the fun, positive life vibes headed your way. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button if you liked it, and until next time, play on. Have an incredibly amazing, relaxing, and peaceful day. Play on. Hopefully we'll...